Haley out here in Indianapolis. Tonight it's the moment women's basketball fans from around the country have been waiting for as UConn seeks a 4th straight national championship and 11th all-time in program history. The Huskies' 27-point win against Oregon State on Sunday night was the largest margin of victory in the Final Four since 1995, but they take on a Syracuse team that has the nation's active career leader in 3-point field goals. And if the Orange can keep hitting them, it could make it interesting against the Huskies.
Well, it's a real odd situation because during the regular season, that wasn't the case. I mean, maybe I'm missing the boat here, but during the regular season, they took a lot and they missed a lot of them. But that's what's the beauty of the NCAA tournament. You only have to make them for 3 weekends. And since the first weekend, they've been making them. And they're not shy about taking them. Obviously, I think they average 30 a game. So the three-point shot is one of the best weapons in maybe the greatest weapon in all of basketball. And it can make you win a national championship and it can make you lose a national championship. And I think defensively, guarding the three becomes the most important thing you have to do and the hardest thing you have to do. And right now, those guys are on a roll. And they're shooting it with a lot of confidence. We're going to have to figure out a way to minimize that. I don't know that you can completely eliminate it, but I think we're going to have to figure out a way to minimize that tomorrow night.
Well, I just tell our players that anytime you have an open look, and anytime you have a shot, that's in your skill set. You got to take it. Because this time of year, you're playing against very good defensive teams and very good basketball teams. Normally in a possession, you get one good look. And if you don't take it, it's going to either be a turnover or a tremendously bad shot. So I just tell our kids, you get a good look in a possession. If it's early in a possession, you got to take the shot because you're playing against very good defensive teams. And I think this time of year, everyone knows what you're going to run. I mean, it's no secret. I'm sure Vaughn has probably watched every game UConn has played in the last 3 years by this point. So we're going to know what they're going to run. Once you guard the action, it's can you guard the player. And it really comes down to that. You guard all this action, and now a player pops out with the ball and you stand in front of her. Can you guard her? And it comes down to that at some point. But we just want to shoot the ball. You know, we're not going to. If we can get 3 points, I'll take 4. If we can get foul shooting it, that'd be great. But you know we're going to be able to get a good 3-point shot. I think that you can stabilize games and you can get some advantages. Our goal is to make 10 threes a game.
And while the Syracuse offense will look to shoot the three, Coach Auriemma says the Orange have a unique ability to be really disruptive on defense. In what is expected to be an emotional game for UConn, they will have to keep those emotions in check and stay focused on the game plan.
They are very disruptive in what they do. Very disruptive. And I don't know, having been in the same league with them for a bunch of years, is any advantage or not? I don't know, because it's different cast of characters, different style of play. But they cause problems for you because, you know, they remind me a little bit of DePaul. You know, they create an environment in the game where if you let your emotions get away from you, it plays right into their hands. You know, and a big focus for us tomorrow night is make sure that we manage it properly and take advantage of whatever they're doing that we can exploit.
Well, I think for us that some of our players have played against them, and I've coached against them numerous times. And like I said, I've been on every possible end of the spectrum of a UConn game. You know, on a regular season game and a Big East tournament game, senior night at their place, and I've been in every possible situation against them. And so for us, it's just about, you know, going to play. And I think the teams get overwhelmed with their speed and quickness and their strength. And it is an overwhelming thing because they're very good. But at least we understand that because we've seen it and we've experienced it. I think that experiencing it is the only way you can have a chance against it. So So we're excited about the opportunity to play against the best.
When you look in the record books, UConn fills up a good majority of the history, but there is one fact that is truly astounding. The Huskies have played in 10 national championship games, and they have 10 championship trophies back in stores. A perfect national championship record that Auriemma attributes in large part to 3 of UConn's greatest players to ever walk through the program.
I think at this time of the year, your confidence level and your ability have to mesh. You know, there's teams maybe that come here with a lot more confidence than ability, and it catches up to you, or a lot more ability than they have confidence. So when those two things mesh, I think you have a pretty unbeatable combination, you know, and we've generally put ourselves in a position where we've got enough talent, we've got enough ability to win, and our confidence level is really high. And you've got, you know, how many? 10 championships, right? Well, 3 people are directly responsible for 8 of them. So when you've got those 3 in your lineup, Stewy, D, and Maya, at this time of the year, generally speaking, if you have the best player on the floor, good things can happen. And generally speaking, every time we've come to the Final Four with one of those guys, we've had the best player on the floor. Doesn't mean they won all the time, but so. But I'm, you know, like everybody else, streaks are meant to end someday.
There's no doubt that UConn fans don't want to see this streak come to an end tonight. Basketball fan or not, people all over the country will be watching at the very least to witness history here at the Final Four in Indianapolis. Tip-off is set for 8:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2, and we'll have highlights and interviews following the game right here on the American Digital Network. From Bankers Life Fieldhouse, I'm Haley Outen.